I mean,
What do you mean?
this, Filipino stereotypes from all over the world, even in the Philippines. Like, what are some of the good Filipino stereotypes that you hear of? For example,
Is this
Filipinos
in the
love
news?
karaoke. No,
This is
it's not
not
in
in the
news.
news or anything, is it? It's just something that you thought of.
It's just something I thought of because I freaking fall into, like, my household falls into, like, I don't know, 5 out of 10 of these stereotypes. It's insane. You know,
Mm.
I walk in my freaking house yesterday. What do I see in front of me? A sea of shoes and slippers all over the floor. And I'm like, what the F is going on here? Are we that kind of Filipino? You know, I walk up to the kitchen. What do I see? A ball of one piece of bacon. I'm like, nagtira pa kayo. Kayo na nga lang nandito. you know?
Yeah, that last bite. Is that a Filipino thing? That last bite that nobody wants to get?
Yeah, because I think it's like a alam mo yung nakakahiya type of thing. How do you say that?
Jahe naman. You know what I think it is, where it's coming from? Like, if you're the last one that grabs that piece of chicken or whatever piece of whatever it is that we're all fighting for,
Oh.
you're going to be the one to wash the dishes.
Oh, really?
I'm guessing. Maybe. Like,
Huh.
who ate the last piece? Oh, why didn't you wash the dishes? Why didn't you wash the container?
Right. Right.
Pero kung magtira ka, if you leave a piece, which what the guys do here also, if you leave a
Right.
piece, you don't have to wash it.
I guess. But I've never heard of it that way, you know. But some of the other stereotypes are like Filipinos love karaoke. That's obvious. I mean, Filipinos pretty much made karaoke a staple all over the world. Right?
Mm.
The
Or
magic mic type of thing.
is it safe to say the Japanese invented karaoke and the Filipinos made it look good?
Yeah, I think so. But do you even know what karaoke means?
What does it mean?
In Japanese, it means an empty orchestra. Ah, no, you didn't know that, huh?
No, I didn't know
And
that
it's
it
not
meant
karaoke, it's karaoke.
karaoke.
Karaoke. It means empty orchestra, you know? There's also the stereotypes of Filipinos being friendly. Now, that to me is questionable because, one, that only applies for Filipinos in the Philippines. In most cases, you know.
Hmm?
For me, a lot of times, for some reason, I mean, they're nicer here too, but they're a little bit more snobby and snotty over here.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of Filipinos here are freaking snotty as hell. I'm sorry. You know, parang yung palagi nagmamayabang, tapos they're always trying to outdo each other.
Oh, I'm so itching to say that Filipinos can be racist to fellow
Oh, heck yeah.
Filipinos. To fellow Filipinos.
That's exactly what I was saying. That's
You
what
know?
I was going to say.
I don't like you. Why not? Because you're Filipino and so am I.
No, they're not racist in that way, but they're still very judgmental.
Like,
You know.
you're
Yeah.
probably an illegal immigrant.
Did you come from San Diego through that hole?
Yeah, exactly. Did you come in a yellow bus and then a yellow school bus?
Oh my God. Now that's a little racist. Rice is life. Yay or nay? That's a stereotype for Filipinos.
Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of rice a little bit though. It's messing up my life. Too much
How many do you have
much
on your
carbs.
list? You actually have like a whole list?
Well, there's quite a bit. You know, like basketball is number one. Number one sport practically in the Philippines.
Basketball is life.
Yeah. And my favorite is Filipino time. Always late.
Your favorite, meaning the most annoying thing that you don't like about Filipinos?
I just hate it. It's insane. I hate it. I don't get it. You're gonna say, okay, dinner reservation is at 7, 8 o'clock. Nobody's there yet, and you're the first one there. It drives me insane.
You know, there's a similarity with Filipino time, or like the underlying psychology behind it, with the last piece of chicken that nobody wants to get.
Right.
Parang yung jahe, like if it's Filipino time because you don't want to be there too early because you don't want to look too eager. you don't want to be too late because you don't want to be disrespectful, but you also don't want
Yeah.
to you also don't want to be like too eager to start the party. You want to, you know what, Filipinos just basically just want to blend in, I think.
Well, in regards to like gatherings, still Filipinos like to make an entrance, as far as I can tell. You know
Really?
what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
an entrance, like a
Well,
grand entrance?
not like a grand entrance, but it's like there's a certain way where your presence when you walk through that door is like, I want to be looked at, type of thing. You know?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Although
Maybe
I
it's
can
just
see
my
where you're coming
experience.
from. Maybe a couple of your titas are like that, but the way I see it is like I I would reason out that I don't want people to be looking at me when I walk in there. That's why I'll just come in a little late, like
Yeah, you know what? That might be.
when everybody's all busy already
Yeah,
and
that might be a
eating,
better way of looking at it. Maybe I'm looking at it too negatively. Just
right?
like this past weekend, what I experienced, literally, I walked in on my peripheral vision. I saw people just like look up at us and like,
Your Filipino party.
man. So there's these very lighthearted, funny, and good stereotypes, right? But
Mm.
there's these Filipino stereotypes that it pisses me off. No, like no other as well. How 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 people get off stereotyping Filipinos as this way. Like for example, one of the biggest things here, especially in the country, Filipinos don't speak English well, or they don't speak English at all. I'm like, come on,
Okay.
English is like practically the second language spoken in the Philippines.
It's a stereotype that Filipinos don't
Don't
speak
speak
English
English,
well.
or they can't speak it well. Yeah, it's crazy. And then the other one that I so they make it sound like here the stereotype. I've heard this on multiple occasions personally. That was actually when I say that I'm Filipino. Oh, so you've had dog meat? I'm like, come
Mm.
on, man. I'm not a savage. I'm not saying that Filipinos has never done that,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
but geez, do you really think that people are just gonna see a dog and like, you know?
Like when you see a dog, a German Shepherd, sarapa. That looks good. That looks really good.
So, and then also, there's also the stereotype of the Philippines itself. Like when visiting the Philippines, is like if you've seen one island in the Philippines, it's all the same.
Isn't it?
No, you can't say that at all. There's 7,000 islands in the Philippines. Not one of them are okay. Some of them are similar than the others, but they're not all the same. Manila is Manila. There's no other place in the Philippines like Manila. Name one if you can. You can't. You know?
I wanna quickly mention the millennial legends again. You know, when I saw them, I felt so embarrassed for myself.
Right.
Like these, they're so into the country, the culture. They're even trying to learn Tagalog, Bisaya,
Right.
and they have such an appreciation for what we have. And here I am, like complaining about everything about Manila, the Philippines. Like every beach looks the same. It's like,
I still can't believe that you guys got lost in BGC, which is literally around the corner from you.
what do you mean got lost? Is there a lost?
What?
Oh, no, no, no. We didn't get lost. Like we didn't know where to go. We were looking for something,
Is
and
that
we
that
just couldn't.
Carinderia place, the
Yeah,
eatery?
yeah. There was just something that we couldn't find. I'll tell you about it
Okay.
like, when they release the video, just so that I don't put any spoilers, I guess. But I think we already
Right.
talked about it. But yeah, we weren't technically lost. We were looking for something.
Right.
So yeah, we knew
I
where we
thought you guys
were.
got lost for some reason. I don't know.
No, 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 no. We were just looking for something. But just going back to your point about annoying things, I guess about stereotypes.
Right.
But yeah, I just felt embarrassed for not appreciating it as much as. But in fairness to me, being Filipino, living here in the Philippines for so many years already, it's one of those things where you don't really appreciate it because it's there all the time. Maybe. It's
Right.
one of those things. So maybe same thing with you guys and snow and the four seasons that I miss. I mean, you guys probably
It's always like
bitch and
that, though.
moan about it all the time
Oh, heck yeah. You know,
because
because it's
you
here.
take it for granted. Yeah, you take it for granted because it's always there.
Right, right, right. Well, you never know. I mean, I'm tired of like it's 4 seasons over here and whatnot. I just want to move, but that's a different story. Um,
You want to move? I'll tell you about this hole in the wall in San Diego, and you can walk back into that hole.
literally, literally. Um,
Let's land this plane. What else you got going on?
that's pretty much it for me, really. What other stereotypes are there? That we're loud, apparently. You know.
Well, one of the things that I agree with my friend about karaoke and music here in the Philippines, if you're walking around the mall here, a lot of times to attract attention, and it feels a lot so intrusive that they're pushing the music and whatever it is that they're doing, thinking that you're
Mm,
also going to enjoy the music that they're listening to. So you're practically
mm.
obliged to listen to whatever it is that they're listening to.